So then guys, the new iPhone 17 Pro Max is here, and also the iPhone Air is here too. And a lot of you guys are wondering, how good are the cameras on these phones compared to say last year's iPhone 16 Pro Max? Well, today I'm going to do some different kind of camera tests for you comparing these three phones, and we're going to do lots of different kinds of zoom capabilities, videos, and all sorts of things as well, even a bit of nighttime photos as well, just to show you what the differences are between these three phones. So with that then, let's get started. And first of all, let me take you outside and I want to do some zoom testing. So just to give you a perspective what I'm taking a picture of here, and I also take some videos as well, the view is over there. It looks a bit far away, doesn't it? But I can tell you this now, there's a windmill over there, and that is what I'm going to try zooming in on. So yeah, there's a windmill, we're going to try grabbing that, and let's get started then, and let's have a look then, see how good the zoom is then on these phones. So first of all, let's get started then, and I've got the iPhone 17 Air. Now obviously this has only got the one camera on the back of it, but let's see how good its zoom capability is. So at one time zoom, this looks amazing, especially everything up close. So just look at the greenery there, it looks amazing, but the view is right in the background. So, you know, it does look great, we've got the sky and the greenery, but we can't really zoom in much on it. But if I push it up to a 2x zoom, look at the difference now. You can start to see a bit of the actual background now, the hills, maybe that windmill in the background, what I'm trying to focus on. But then, yeah, the maximum zoom I can actually go up to on this phone is 10 times. Now, you can make out the windmill, but the camera doesn't look the best here, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, this is the absolute maximum. It tries its best here, but personally, I wouldn't be pushing up to 10 times zoom on this phone. But next of all, we're on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and yeah, straight away you can just see a great view here. This is the ultra wide, this is 0.5 zoom capability, and it does a very good job. But if I push it up to 1x zoom, this is very similar to what we had with the iPhone Air, in my opinion. It's a very good, obviously we can see the greenery, we can see the view in the distance, but then if I push it up to, say, 2x zoom, very similar story to the iPhone Air, but this is where it starts to get good now. We can go up to a 5x zoom. Obviously, we're even more in now. There's less greenery around the edges. We're more on that view. It's really doing well. And then I can even push this up to say that 10x zoom, what the iPhone Air was the maximum you can get up to. You can see so much more detail. See the windmill? You can see it is far more clearer here. But then I can even push it up to its absolute maximum zoom, what is 25x zoom. You can see the windmill definitely, but again, it starts to lose it here at this point. So yeah, I do actually would say that probably maybe even up to say 15x zoom is probably the best here. But let's now go over to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And again, at 0.5, I would say there's probably not that much difference in daylight to even the iPhone 16 Pro Max that's, you know, ultra wide, the 0.5. But then if we go up to 1x zoom, very similar to the 16 Pro Max and the iPhone Air. And then pushing it up to the 2x zoom, again, very similar to the other two. But this is where it gets cool. We can go up to a 4x zoom, and yeah, the clarity is amazing here. This looks amazing. Even if I go up to 8x zoom, look at this. This is brilliant. And then I'm just going to push it up to 10x. That's 10x zoom. So remember what the iPhone Air looked like? That was not looking good. Look, see, look at the difference here. This is iPhone Air, and this is the iPhone 17 Pro Max at 10x. A massive difference what we are getting there. But then what I can also do is I can go all the way up to the 25x zoom. This was 25x zoom on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And look, compare it to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. This was the maximum 25x zoom. You can see there's definitely an improvement here. But then you can push this up to the 40x zoom on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. But again, yeah, we've zoomed right in on the windmill, I'll give you that, but it's just not looking that good. I think that 25x zoom was definitely a good sweet spot where it's really looking good now. But yeah, it's still interesting to see what we've got here. So that was quite impressive there for the photos there. Obviously the iPhone 17 Pro Max, yeah, hands down, that wins. big time. It's even better than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And to be deadly honest, one thing that I'm actually really loving is that we've actually got that 4x zoom capability. When we had the iPhone 16 Pro Max, remember we had the 1x, then we had, say, the 2x, and then you had to do kind of a digital crop all the way up to 4.9, but only when you got to 4.9 and then switched over to 5x, you switched over to that 12 megapixel sensor inside of this. And when you did take photos at that 4x kind of zoom, it started to lose itself there. You had to either go, round about 3x zoom, 3.5x zoom or below, or jump all the way up to 5. Whereas now with the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, you don't have to do that. You can actually go, 4x zoom, and it's really great up to 8x zoom. Then it starts doing more of that kind of digital kind of cropping more, that you start to lose some of the quality there. And that's one thing I love. Now the iPhone Air, what I'd also have just said there, what we saw was obviously it's only got the one camera, the only one 48 megapixel fusion camera. And that did do a great job. But obviously the second you go above, say, 3x zoom, we had the 2x zoom, and then obviously I showed you guys the likes of the 10x zoom. It lost its quality completely. So I was going to say that if you go more than 3x, you are going to start to lose a lot of quality there. But there again, there's a lot of you guys out there in that scenario where you don't really do zooming, as it were. Or if you do, you might go up to 2x zoom, or maybe up to 3x. But what I'd also say is that ultra wide missing, yeah, it's one thing I wish this phone did actually have, was at least have the ultra wide with it. Maybe in the future, Apple might add, say, a camera next to it there, and maybe make, say, that new kind of camera platter a little bit even smaller with its chips and everything inside it. Who knows in the future? But the point is, though, it still did a great job, even though for the standard 1x and 2x zoom capability. But after this, you probably want to know, what was videos like then? What about video recording in the same location and also doing video zooming? So let's see what happened here. So with the iPhone Air here, this is the 1x zoom we've got here. But obviously what I can do is I can punch that up to 2x zoom. You can just about see the windmill there in the background. And then you can do a pinch to zoom, but it only goes up to 6x on video, where you can go up to 10x digital zoom when you actually use the main camera photo. So just be aware of that. Right, we're on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. This is a 0.5 zoom there. We can go up to the 1x zoom. Well, that's quite good. You've got the windmill in the distance. The 2x, you can just about see it a bit more better now. Then you've got the 5x zoom capability. You can see we switched lenses there. But then obviously if I could creep up here, we can actually pinch to zoom, and we can go all the way up to a 15x zoom capability with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. That's the maximum you can actually do on video. It's only 15, but obviously with actually doing photos, you can go far further. So I'm on the iPhone 17 Pro Max here. This is a 0.5x zoom, but if I punch it up to a 1x zoom, you can see the zoom. Can you see the windmill in the background there? It's quite far away, but we're going to punch it right up to a 2x zoom. That's where we're at there. Then a 4x zoom, you can see it even more clearer. And then we can push it all the way up to the 8x zoom there. This is the optical range that Apple are saying here. But there is the digital zoom, and we can actually go all the way up to a 24x digital zoom with video. I'm trying to keep it stable here. But yeah, that does quite a good job there. So again, that was quite interesting to see what actually happens. Obviously, the iPhone Air, you're not going to push out the camera whatsoever there. The zoom was very limited there in what we actually got. So yeah, that's what I'm just going to say about that one. Do not go more than 3x video zoom. That's what I'd be saying on this phone, because you really lose the quality. It just looks horrible, to be honest, with that. But overall though, the iPhone 17 Pro Max did a far better job than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Even the standard, say, 1 and 2x zoom was even better in my opinion here. Slightly better, more light was coming in the videos here. That was just my opinion there, the iPhone 17 Pro Max actually did. But obviously as we cranked up that zoom, we could go further now with the video zooming here than what we got with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. That does help quite a lot there if you need to do it. But again, that quality, you start to lose it. Personally, I would not be going up more than, say, a 15 times zoom video capability on the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, because you start to lose that quality and it just doesn't look good. It looks like you're going back to, say, an iPhone 4 kind of video kind of quality at 2 times zoom. It just does not look good whatsoever. So yeah, just be aware of that. So after this then, the next thing you want to know is, what about if we do something really close up? What about macro shots? Well, the great news is that both the Pro models can do macro photography, but the iPhone Air can't do that. So it's a bit of a shame, but we'll get as close as we can, and let's have a look then to see a comparison between the three cameras here of what a macro shot would look like. So this is the iPhone Air. Now I'm just going to say this, that officially you do not have a macro mode on the Air, but it does do a really good job of this rose right here. It looks very clear. And then the iPhone 16 Pro Max, yeah, I would say it's gone really dark. I forgot to mention this earlier, that obviously the 16 Pro Max doesn't let us much light into its 48 megapixel sensor. You can tell this, it goes darker. But the clarity, just look at the petals, you can see there's definitely more texture there. There's more detail. But then if we flick over then to the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, you can see it's lighter again, but also that detail, I'd say that same amount of detail is there as the 16 Pro Max. There isn't much in it, just except for, like I said, it's letting in more light. So after this then, what about nighttime photography? What does the camera show us here? So I've literally gone out in the darkness of night. There's a little street lamp as well, what you'll see, going above my summer house, looking at a tree. Let's have a look then to see what kind of quality we get here then between these three phones, how good they actually hold up in darkness. Now, you must forgive me that we did have a wet evening when I took these photos. So this is the iPhone Air, and yeah, you can see here that obviously the immediate detail, like the tree in front here and also the wood there, obviously that comes out really well with even the rain reflecting off that 1x zoom capability. And if I push this up to say 2x, you can see obviously the tree details, the immediate tree details, but it gets a little bit shady, especially when it goes further behind there. That obviously at night time it's not doing the best job here, is what I'm going to say there. 1x is good, 2x it starts to lose it, but then if you go all the way up to the 10x, look at this, it's just a blurry mess. I wouldn't even know what this is if you didn't tell me this was the top of that tree. That's what this is. It's a 10x zoom at night time. So yeah, not the best. I'd say that 1x is the best. So we're now on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and obviously we've got some light glare coming in here. This is the ultra wide, this is 0.5 zoom. So obviously it does do an okay job. It does quite well, it's 48 megapixel, but obviously we can switch over to a 1x zoom. Obviously this is really good. Again, very, very clear in the front of it, but then even 2x zoom does a far better job than even say the iPhone Air in my opinion. And then the 5x zoom, and this means we've switched to a new sensor and lens, and yeah, it's gone blurry. As you can tell here, it's just not looking good. In fact, I think I'm only going to go up to 10x zoom now. Have a look at 10x zoom. Yeah, it's a mess like the iPhone Air. It's just not looking good whatsoever here. But let's have a look at the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And the rain stopped for a few seconds while I took this one, but you can see this is coming out a lot clearer here at 0.5 here with the 48 megapixel, but even 1x zoom, look at that. The clarity is super great here. I just want to show you the 4x zoom here on telephoto. That comes out okay, better than what we had on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but the second you push it up to say 8x zoom, yeah, you've lost it again. And even 10x zoom, you know, we know it's lost it. So yeah, it's not the best here on that one. So again, that was quite interesting to see. Even the iPhone Air did a superb job here on its single camera here. So yeah, great points for that. But obviously, like we said, that is a very similar 48 megapixel, if not the same fusion camera that we got in the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And do remember the iPhone 16 Pro Max did a fantastic job too. Overall, they were very similar, but I would say that these two were just slightly ahead in their photos. But yeah, really, really good job there. But I think overall, this has shown us some great differences here between these phones here. Obviously, the iPhone Air, like I said, it is missing those other cameras. But if you use the right scenarios and you're in the right areas, you could just use this camera. It could do you the trick. It depends on your needs. Whereas the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, apart from maybe that outdoor, really far telephoto capability, in my opinion, there's not that much in it. Even at nighttime photography, there's not that much in it either for that main sensor, I was going to say there. And even when you start going to the telephoto, it's not, you know, that much difference. But what I would be saying, yeah, if you do want to push out your zoom, as I spoke about earlier, that, you know, if you go up to say 20, 25 times digital zoom, the 17 Pro Max is really good. Whereas say the iPhone 16 Pro Max, you can't really go beyond, say, 15 times digital zoom and it will start to lose the quality there. You can take the photos and it will allow you to do it, but it just looks horrible in my opinion. So yeah, really, really good to hear that you can do that with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. But what are your thoughts on the cameras? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, when you hear the latest Apple news, reviews, and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.